Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and for today's video on Umamusume, we're going to be taking a look at the upcoming support cards that will be coming alongside the festival event. So we looked at the Umas yesterday, and so for today we're going to be taking a look at the support cards, which is going to be Curran Chan, a SSR Intelligence card, and Narita Brian, an SSR Stamina. I always like the dual banners, generally, just because half the time you're at least going to get one of them. So if they're both good, then that's a good situation to be in, but they both need to be good, else it can be very bad luck because you can just keep getting one of them that's bad. But right now, let's go ahead and just take a look at them. Like I said, like I do in my normally do in my videos, we'll just take a look at their skills and stats, as well as what will be coming up and whether or not it'll be worth it to pull. So for the first one, for Curran Chan, she is a wit card. So we are in the wit meta. As we know right now, everybody's probably kind of got used to using wit cards with Unity Cup, and they'll continue to be good going through Make a New Track. And so when we actually look at this, on the stat side of things, she does have, I always look at the race bonus because Make a New Track race bonus is going to matter. And she does have 5% here and 5%, so that brings her up to 10%. And you get that 5% at 3 Limit Break. So it's pretty deep that you would have to go into this card to get that. If you do have it at MLB, friendship bonus 30%, special priority 65. So she's fairly high there. Then she has a little bit of training effectiveness, as well as some initial friendship gain and wit bonus. Kind of missing some of the other things you might want on it, but it is got some value in the stat stick for wit at least. But if you're doing a heavy wit build, especially when you look at her card, where you're going to do heavy wit builds because it's built around sprints, you might want her to be a little bit of more of a roamer potentially. But when we look at her skills, it's just basically a bunch of sprint stuff. You have sprint straightaways, sprinting gear, and meticulous measures. And then down at the gold skill, it's perfect prep, which is the gold version of meticulous measures. Now, one of the negative things about this gold skill is prepare to make a finish. Make for the finish line for a medium duration during mid-race. And so you get a 4-second 0.3 acceleration, as well as an increase to your lane movement speed. Here's the problem with this one, though. Distance type 1, so that, I mean, it's just a sprint, but phase random equals 1. And what phase random is, mid-race, picks a random point during the selected phase. The skill will activate if all other conditions are met. And the other condition is that it's a sprint. So, if we just take a look at our upcoming sprint here, a random point during the mid-race it will activate. This is the start of the mid-race, this is the end of the mid-race. You want your accelerations to happen right as the late race starts. It can activate in this mid-race. So, you're going to have to get extremely lucky if you pick this gold skill to get anything out of it. Now, I could say it's probably you could use it for team trials. It's just a quick and easy skill to activate. But outside of that, I do not see you wanting to actually take this skill. Now, there is one positive thing about her chain down here, though. And that is she's just like the Muteki card with playtime's over. And on the very first event of the chain, you can pick the bottom option, which gives you 30 energy and playtime's over. Playtime's over being a very good skill for your front runners or even like pace chasers and that to give you a little speed boost. It's kind of like similar to Tails held high, but you just need the person to be behind you to activate it. So fairly easy to activate. But the hidden bonus, just like another support card that I talked about on the previous banner, is that if you are a whale, because this is definitely a whale card, you're not going to pull this if you're not a whale. If you are a whale and you are very SSR heavy on your support card deck, you have issues trying to finish all the chains on those cards. So, like in my situation, I'll have like Tamamo Cross and her entire chain. I'll have Biko Pegasus and her entire chain. Kita-san Black and her entire chain. Fine Motion and her entire chain. Super Creek and her entire chain. And the only one I care about might be like Super Creek or Mihono Bourbon Wit's chain. And I have all these other ones clogging it up. With this one, as soon as her first event happens, you just pick this one, take playtime's over, and it's done. You're not going to have to worry about finishing these others too. And so it just makes it where you're not clogged with as many potential events, making it easier to finish your other ones. Just kind of a little bit of a hidden bonus there. But that's the Curran Chan card. So we'll take a look at the next one here. Narita Brian. So everybody's probably familiar with the Narita Brian speed card that we got for free. This is going to be fairly similar, except a stamina card, at least on the skill side. And looking at the skills, we have increases your training effectiveness 5% on the unique, and then a special priority up here. Then when we have the normal stats, a 35% stat stick, so fairly solid stat stick on the friendship bonus. And she starts with 25 friendship gauge, which is pretty nice, getting her up to the rainbows quicker to take advantage of that. Decent mood effect, but it's not that big of a deal. Built-in training effectiveness, which brings her up to 10. She has some special priority, so she has fairly good special priority as well. Negative, though, is hint level. She has hint level 1, but that's low, and low frequency to it. Skill point bonus, always nice to have that. And race bonus 10, so if you do have this MLB, which you do need to MLB it to get that race bonus 10, Limit Break only has 5. This is a very usable card in Make a New Track. Now, one of the things you typically look for in your stamina cards, though, on the skills is a recovery, which she does not have. But I will say, from my own personal experience, and because this is another card that I'm going to say is a whale card, if you're going to whale out in one. If you're, like, right now, Scorpio Cup, it's a medium race, which this has medium skills on it. You may be trying to get enough stamina where you don't need that recovery, especially now where we really don't have the skill points to get all the skills we want. So if we can get a really strong stat stick card with a good gold recovery, then this may be a potential option for you, because she can give you good stamina stat stick, and then she comes with also a now really good gold skill Beeline Burst, which is now, if you remember before, it used to be 0.9 seconds. It's now 3 seconds with the buff of 0.35 at speed increase on a random straight. And something like Scorpio Cup, you can take advantage on any of them. If it's in the early race, then it's going to help you get better positioning. If it's in the middle race, it's going to help you pass. If it's in the late race, which, and a lot of the mediums, you're already up to top speed at that point, because you do want to be at top speed when you're activating a velocity skill. You can take advantage of this to get some additional speed, almost like a triumphant pulse on that one. Oh, and someone just corrected me. I am looking at the Japanese version. It is not 3 yet. I guess it gets a future buff. It's only 2.4. But yeah, thanks for the correction in chat. But it is a lot better now than it used to be. And so, very, very good skill there. You have the mediums, and then you have a little bit of longs as well. Long straightaways. Inside scoop. I really like inside scoop on certain ones. I don't know how it's going to be on Rima Keenan or Sagittarius Cup when it's coming out. But for something like Libra Cup, which at this point it's a little too late to use this for building your Umas, because Libra Cup's about to start, I could see some value there. But outside of that, it's nothing too special. Definitely not a bull card as well. These are both heavy whale cards, and even if you're a whale, they're too situational, in my opinion, to really use most of the time. So you have to be like a Leviathan whale to pull these. And kind of looking at cards coming up that further incentivize you to not pulver them. I'll have to switch it back to Japan here. If we look at the upcoming banners, I've said this on every single one, and it's going to be literally the next banner now. Kitasan Black is coming up next. If you don't have that MLB, this is where you're dumping your carrots. This is going to be a meta card for quite a while. Not until Alcandor Pasa does she get power correct, which we won't expect her till the end of next year, I believe. So, very, very good card. And even when she gets power correct by Alcandor Pasa, she's still going to be probably better than her until you MLB Alcandor Pasa. So you may not immediately be able to power creep her even when her power creep does come out. So still going to be a very solid card for a long while. And of course, Alcandor Pasa's on there, which is still a good power card as well. And then if you're a whale as well, but you're not like a super whale, you have Nice Nature not far off as well. If you didn't already MLB her on her normal on her original run. This is her rerun, and so this will be your opportunity to MLB her for that 15% race bonus on your left gold, and a decent wit stat stick to pair alongside Fine Motion, as well as the Machikane Fukukitaru card. And then you want to look a little bit farther, we also have Fine Motion, but that's a little bit off there. But not just including that, we also have the Umas coming up. So you have like Meijiro Dober, you have Christmas Ogre Cap, you have Tamamo Cross, a lot of good Umas as well. So your carrots are going to be a little bit spread thin as we go through another gauntlet of a bunch of good banners. And so with that, these cards are going to be very easy to skip. And I'll be skipping them, and I think a majority of you should as well. But that'll be it for now. And if you like my content, if you could like, comment, subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.